Welcome back to PTV. I'm Adriana Alvarez. Today we will highlight the week of events scheduled for Spring Fling, introduce the school's valedictorian, get acquainted with Korean music, discuss the best ways to stay healthy in the summer, and we shed light on the history of Post cereal on our campus. Celebrating the spring season and welcoming summer is a tradition that goes back to the Greeks and Romans and was usually celebrated with wine. Post will do their own interpretation with Spring Fling. Christina Foyetta has the story.
Spring Fling Week has just started at LAU Post. It is a series of on-campus events and off-campus trips that last about a week and a half.
ACP eBoard explains how they choose their event.
General members, as you can see now, they vary from each year, so we get freshmen with fresh ideas, and basically we just work together with the community. We put out surveys, we ask questions like what would you guys want to see, and that's how we come up with our events.
First we thought we'd bring it up to the e-board and then with our advisor, and then if they think it could be approved, then we bring the ideas to the general members, or we'll take the ideas from the general member back to the e-board
and make a finalized list
back with our advisor.
ACP members are very excited about the new events.
But I know I'm definitely going to Battle of the Classes, because that's a new one, and it's going to be really exciting. It's going to be all the freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors all against each other. It's going to be awesome. I've always wanted to do something like that too. I'm definitely going to the concert.
From a concert, casino night, and carnival, Spring Fling Week 2013 is full of exciting events to entertain students. You can find posters for a full list of Spring Fling events all over campus.
For PTV, I'm Christina Foyetta.
Be sure to come to some activities and have some fun. If you are a senior, this could be one of the last hurrahs before graduation. Then there was one. According to the Harvard's Dean of Admissions, some schools have up to 100 valedictorians. Post narrowed down 3 contestants to top candidate Asya Ashore, who will inspire the class of 2013 at graduation. Olivia Wichik shares the story.
This year, commencement will be held on May 10th. As you can see, graduation plans are well underway. The big white tent is already on the great lawn, and the valedictorian has been chosen. But what exactly is the process of choosing a valedictorian at Post?
The committee that chooses Post valedictorian and salutatorian is made up of representatives from each of Post's major colleges, Associate Provost Dr. William Gustafson and Jessica Hayes, and Registrar Beth Carson. Carson explains how they choose the candidates.
We pull a list of those students that have the highest GPAs. So generally the list initially pulls anybody that has a 3.9 or higher. And we'll usually invite about 8 to submit materials to be considered for the valedictorian or salutatorian.
Emily Callahan and Mikkel Tolnays were both runners-up for the positions, but didn't get nominated. Let's see what they thought of the process.
I think if it was fair, I would have been up. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's fair. It's an essay. It's an interview. You turn in some recommendations. Yeah.
But I still feel like they didn't really get to know you on that really base level of just being a student who's here to have fun, learn, and that sort of thing. They kind of kept it very professional, and it would have been nice to have it a little more laid back. But I understand it's a very professional setting. It's a very high honor, so I understand why it is the way it is.
This year's valedictorian, Asya Ashore, is an accounting major, English minor, and according to the committee, exemplifies Post.
When I presented myself to the selection committee, I was just myself. The essay I wrote, I just told them about my concerns and who I am and how Post taught me to stick to who I am and fight for what I believe in. And I kept calm until they told me, and I was like, it was very exciting.
Asya's management professor thinks she was an appropriate choice for the position.
She is an excellent student in my class, and obviously also in the college and the campus.
Our salutatorian, Minchi Lee, was pretty surprised when she found out she was selected.
I'm shocked, and I'm okay, just calm down a little bit, so surprised.
Who was the first person you told?
Actually, it's my boyfriend. Yeah.
It's important for a valedictorian and salutatorian to excel in their classes, but what other qualities do students think are critical? What do you think are the qualities of a valedictorian?
Of a what?
Valedictorian.
I don't even know what that is.
Probably, well, of course, good grades, but I think it's more important to be just a good person all around, involved in the community and just just a good person all around, yeah.
Those are all qualities Asya seems to have. She even offers advice for those who may be aspiring to become valedictorian one day.
I wouldn't say aim to be valedictorian because it's just the title. Do your best and work hard to be yourself and do what you love, and you won't always be perfect.
Now that you know exactly how this year's valedictorian was chosen, don't forget to come out on May 10th and support the graduating seniors this year. For PTV, I'm Olivia Witchuk.
Thanks, Olivia. I can't wait to hear her speech. Have you ever listened to Korean music? And we're not talking about K-pop with its catchy Sexy Lady song and silly dance. The Korean Student Association hosted a concert to introduce the more historical side of their musical roots. Sang-gun Yoon explains.
I bet you guys all know about Psy's Gangnam Style, but what about Korean other culture, like Gomungo and like Korean traditional dance? Today at Humanity Hall 119 room, we had great performance by Korean group presented by KSA. Let's see how it looked like. Dr. Bai explains how this event came to RIU Post.
This is a really great chance. We were having our International Cultural Week in the beginning of April. That was the first time I was contacting them to give us this kind of performance. But their heritage, this is Asian Pacific American Heritage Month starting after our Cultural Week. So we have to invite them separately. But this is a grant given by Korean Cultural Services, New York, by the government. They want to promote Korean culture and to bring more awareness to American people and also international students.
Song-hee Lee explains how she felt performing in front of students.
Today we performed in the Asian Heritage Month and sponsored by the Korean Culture Service. My company is everywhere, and so we spread in the Korean culture and the Korean dance and Korean music, and everybody enjoyed and graceful, and everybody very interesting in the Korean culture, and I'm so proud and some audience that I like it.
The turnout was not as large as KSA would have liked, but the students that did attend seemed to enjoy it.
I thought it was such a great experience. I took Korean in high school, so to actually see like the performances really like touched my heart, especially the one with the 25-string Gomunyo. And I thought it was like really like harmonious and like it was beautiful and like it really like hit me and like I thought I was about to cry.
KSA is hoping that this will become an annual event and that more students will attend. For PTV, I'm Sang-gun Yoon.
Concerts are a popular pastime in the summer. Having a drink and indulging in some goodies makes the experience more enjoyable. But be sure your choices are healthy. Victoria Steve gives the ins and outs of summer nutrition.
Summer's right around the corner, and even though students are worried about how they look in a bathing suit, there are other more important factors to take into account. So what are some ways to stay hydrated in the heat besides water?
Avoid alcohol. You dehydrate very quickly in the heat. So you do have to replace your fluids, and water is the best. But alcohol causes dehydration very quickly.
It's kind of like the VIP in the body where everything else stops so that alcohol can be metabolized.
Although there are many bad effects of alcohol, are you one of the people disregarding the facts altogether?
What do I do during the summer? Go to my friend's house, go in the pool, drink.
In addition to staying safe with alcohol habits, it is important to keep healthy diet habits as well.
I think that we try a lot of the time, and you'll do like little things like eat a salad or whatever to try to make yourself feel better, but at the end of the day, you're a college kid, you're gonna eat pizza and junk food, and it's kind of just a part of college, it just happens.
I guess, I don't know, my diet's like more fresh in the summer, like I guess more fruits, veggies, because that's like strawberries are in season, different fruits like that.
Well, it's more about choices, so it's not about good foods or bad foods, but maybe instead of having that hamburger, maybe try a grilled chicken.
I mean, everything in moderation is great, and try and exercise with your friends, go out there, walk around, it's getting nice out, go to the beach, walk on the beach.
With the beach comes bathing suits. What's some advice for students to steer them away from crash diets?
You know, you need to eat to lose weight if that's what you're trying to do, and you need to eat to be healthy. So definitely try and eat. Have to do that. All these crazy fad diets, don't.
Not only do you have to worry about keeping up with your body, your skin is just as important.
I always wear sunscreen. I try to wear more than SPF 50. I used to never wear it, but then I got burnt a lot, so.
I mean, I feel like at this point we know so much about what causes skin cancer and other problems that it would kind of just be stupid not to.
If you get a really bad sunburn, it could change the DNA of your skin cells, and that can cause melanoma.
No,
No? Why do you not wear sunscreen?
because I don't get sunburnt.
You don't get sunburned?
Never think about it.
So, regardless of your habits now, it might be smart to change them. So even when you're having fun in the sun, a little sunscreen goes a long way. For PTV, I'm Victoria Steve.
In addition to checking out the nutritional facts on the cereal box, you should also look at the brand, especially since our namesake once dominated the breakfast landscape. Dory Valerio reports on the history of Post cereal and how now Kellogg's has apparently taken over.
LIU Post was named after Charles William Post, the American cereal inventor. But have you noticed that Post cereal isn't seen on campus? LIU Post historian Kenneth Mensing explains the history of Post cereal on campus.
There might have been at one time. They do have grape nuts. Post Toasties was one of their other products, and they have other products still, Honey Bunches of Oats and a lot of other different brands. Honey Bunches of Oats is one of the most popular ones right now. I don't know if they have it here on campus.
But what do students think about the limited cereal selection?
Yeah, I think it's actually kind of ridiculous, not gonna lie. I love honeycomb, and there's no honeycomb here. I believe honeycomb is Post cereal. I hope it's Post cereal. I'm pretty sure it's Post cereal, and there's no honeycomb here. I think it's outrageous. I mean, we go to CW Post, which that's what it's all about. Is this guy created Post cereal? I don't understand why we don't have his cereal here.
Actually, I have noticed that when I was on campus. I've seen some of the Frosted Flakes, the Pops, but I haven't seen much Post cereals around lately.
Some of the available cereals on campus include Kellogg's Rice Krispies and Mini Wheats. However, how significant is the missing cereal brand to students?
Well, I think if they were more aware that there is a connection between us and the cereal company, maybe there would be more interest. But I don't know how many students really understand that when you say Raisin Bran, is that the same as us? Yeah, it's the same Post family.
Should LIU Post sell Post cereal?
Honestly, it would be nice, so that way it keeps it with the tradition, you know?
So what's a possible reason why Post cereal isn't sold on campus?
Well, I asked a few years ago, and one of the managers told me they only sell what the students buy and what was popular.
When asked about Post cereal, Aramark, Post Food Service, declined to comment. For PTV News, I'm Dory Valerio.
Whether it's Post, Kellogg's, or General Mills, be sure to start your mornings right with breakfast, especially with finals around the corner. I'm Adriana Alvarez with PTV News.